Dear friends, greetings of the day to all of you. Today I will tell you about the justice in the series of Young Scholars Conference 2022-23, Reinventing Judicial Oratory. In this series we may start from the concept of justice. What is justice? Can anybody tell me what is justice? Anybody? In any layman words. Tripathi ji, let me know what is justice. In layman words, if you don't know.
Justice is simply the equal section of the society provided equal opportunity.
According to our learned colleague friends, Tripathi ji, justice is
And according to the constitution, the material system.
justice is for the poor people in accordance with the principles of Constitution. Dr. Saab, what is justice? Okay, anybody? Anybody? Okay. It is interactive also, I am telling you. Now I may let you know about the justice. Dear friends, when we talk of justice, it means a virtue. Justice means a virtue. Again, it becomes a glass. It put a glass on it. What is virtue? Anybody can explain? Anybody, what is virtue? Virtue is a character. Character of the speaker, character of the audience. And character building is not easy. Not in a small time. It takes a long time. It is a sort of habit. Habit is formed not in a day, few days or few months. It is a long period of nourishment, discipline. This is known as character. This is the proper definition of justice. Then thereafter comes the parts of justice. There are largely two parts of justice. Number one is universal justice. Number two is particular justice. When we talk of universal justice, it is everywhere same on the earth, without any boundary of the nations. It is universal. So long as particular justice is concerned, it has further two divisions. It is a distributive justice and rectificatory justice. When we talk of distributive justice, it refers to the distribution not only of the material resources but the services, utility in the social setup. Some are for private, some are for society. When we talk of society, we talk of the community resources. When we talk of individual, we talk of the private resources, own resources which are in exclusive possession of an individual, and others are restrained to enter into that. But the community resources are common, and these are and can be utilized by all the persons of the society. Now, how the just and unjust actions are done. Just and unjust, these are measured by the courts in two ways. Number one, unjust against the individual and unjust against the community. Community means the society. Again, it is further, unjust actions are under the specific law and the common law, which I have referred in detail. What is the common law? I referred in my previous lecture that common law is an unwritten law and a specific law is a codified law which is made by the legislature or by the executive. Both have coextensive power, but the legislation made by the legislature is given a priority over the executive legislation. So long as the decisions of the judges are concerned, they are through the judicial precedents. They also becomes law and binding upon the lower court. This is the background of the justice. Now, I may tell you what type of propositions comes and arguments with regard to the justice before the court. In a case, the propositions for arguments arises not from the physical sciences largely. These comes from the ethical sciences, moral and logical. And again, these are based on the themes, syllogisms and paradigms. And dear friends, whole this justice system is being reinvented in the era of machines, because our justice system is also being revolutionized precisely for the reason that we have entered into the information age and digital technology is being utilized everywhere in the world, even for the justice system. You will be surprised to know that our Honorable Supreme Court, with effect from today itself, has started to deliver its judgments every day in the digital form, and these are accessible to every person. Therefore, it empowers not only to the citizens but to the professionals as well. And now it will mark towards the reinventing of judicial oratory. Nobody have thought earlier that an age will come where the man and machines will do the intellectual work, like the area of artificial intelligence, blockchain, new revolutions. This year, 2023 is for the advancement of the technology, and thereafter the development will accelerate in a very high way, on very higher scale, that is to say. And with this background, dear friends, we may take up the next lecture on how the wrongs are committed, whether voluntary or involuntary, or against the society or against the individual in details. And I may also tell the topics, how the propositions are framed, how these are led, how the arguments are led before the courts to influence their minds, because they are also moral, they have also the background of moral principles, ethical principles, and politics as well. Nobody can escape the politics as well. Thank you, friends. Okay.